All right, peace and blessings, everybody. This is Brother Yusuf. I'm back with another video. In this particular video here, I want to talk about lucid dreaming. I want to talk about um, an experience I had with the goddess Hathor, who's also known as Venus. And I want to help you guys understand what dreams are and what lucid dreaming is. So, um, one thing's for sure that most people really don't understand is dreams. And most people believe that dreams are fake. They're just experiences you're having when you're sleeping, and they're illusions. But dreams are actually real experiences you're having. You're just having it in a different body. All right? The human consciousness consists of different layers, and each layer of consciousness has a body for it. Like you have an etheric body, you have a mental body, you have an astral body, and so on and so on. So no matter who you are, you've dreamed at least once in your life. I know that for a fact. You may not dream as much now. Maybe some of you do dream a lot. But for those that dream, you definitely are dreaming in your astral body. This is something that's very important to understand, right? Your astral body. And that's what dreaming is. Dreaming is astral experience. Dreams are not fake. They are not just an experience you're having that's an illusion. These are real things that's happening, just happening in a different form. You're having it in your astral body. Your astral body is what's going to basically, is where your consciousness is going to go when you pass away, when you die. It's going to go into your astral body. So what your dreams are like when you go to sleep is a lot like what your life is going to be like after death. And the astral world is very vast, and there's a lot going on over there. But you can become an awakened dreamer in the astral world. You can wake up in your dreams. And another word for this that's more popular is called lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is basically an experience when you're actually as awake in the dream world or the astral world as you are in this world, right? And I'm going to talk about that in a second. So you're as awake in the spirit world or the dream world or the astral world as you are in this world. Now, let me be very clear on this. Most people think that they're awake now. And the truth is you're not. You're actually asleep, right? You are not your body. You have to understand that. You are a soul having a human experience. You are a soul having a living in a physical body. So don't ever really truly believe that you are you. You are your body. You are a soul. And you're living in a body. And you're playing a role of a person in this life right now. So my real name is Joseph, and I'm playing the role of Joseph in this life. So this is very important for people to understand, because you have to understand that you're living in an illusion. And I'm not just saying these words. I know it sounds crazy, but there's something about those crazy people that say crazy things, that you got to listen to, because a lot of what they're saying is true, right? A lot of what they're saying is true. So the physical world you live in is holographic. It's a hologram. You can look this stuff up on Google. Scientists are talking about it all over the world, how you live in a holographic universe. You only think it's real because your physical body is interacting with it. Your physical body is interacting with it. So you think it's real, but you have to understand, again, you are not your physical body. You are a soul. So wherever your soul comes from is what's real. This is an illusion, all right? So now that I made that clear, when you go to sleep at night, you're actually in more of a real world. That's right. You're actually in more of a real world, and you're waking up. You're waking up. So when you work on your astral body, you can actually strengthen the astral body to the point where you become a awakened dreamer, or you can strengthen your astral vision, and you can experience more in the astral world than the normal person. So I want to give you guys a tip you can do. 2 tips. I ain't gonna give all my secrets away, but give you guys 2 tips you can do to basically help you have more of an astral, more lucid dreaming. I recommend you guys getting something called trace mineral drops. And what these trace mineral drops will do is they will feed the pineal gland. They will feed the pineal gland. The pineal gland is a very powerful gland between your eyes that is the gateway to the spirit world, right? The pineal gland can access that. It is an antenna It is like a cell phone. It is a movie projector. It can let you see on the other side. So if you're not dreaming at night, if you don't have any dreams at all, it's very simple. Your pineal gland is calcified. So you can't experience the astral world. So we want to uncalcify that. You want to get some trace mineral drops. A couple drops in a glass of water every day. Drink that. It's going to send minerals to the pineal gland. It's going to feed the pineal gland. It's going to help that gland work better. Not just the pineal gland, but the brain all around. I noticed when I started taking that in 2010, 2011, that's when I started having lucid dreams for the first time. Right? Lucid dreams. I've had them before periodically when I was younger, but this is when I really noticed that my lucid dreaming was taking off. So get you some trace mineral drops. The second thing you can do is get you a amethyst crystal. I would just say get a tumbled one. Get a tumbled amethyst crystal, which is tumbled meaning just round and polished. Sit it in the sunlight for at least an hour so it can charge and cleanse itself. Then what you want to do is stick it under your pillow at night before you go to sleep. If you want to have an even deeper experience, what you can do is you sit it in the sun for an hour. Then the night of the full moon, you sit it under the full moon. And then you put it under your pillow, right? That full moon energy is going to help you lucid dream even deeper. But if you don't wait till the full moon, sit it in the sunlight for an hour, stick it under your pillow, and you know, you will over time, you will definitely build up those energies. Your consciousness will absorb that, will connect with the crystal, and you will definitely have a deeper spiritual experience in your dreams. So those are two things that definitely work from experience. You know, I've done these things from experience. So, but definitely the trace mineral drops. You guys want to get those. It's going to feed the pineal. It's going to give your body minerals. We always talk about vitamins, and we don't talk about minerals. Minerals are very important, all right? So that's what lucid dreaming is. That's what dreams are. And that's how you lucid dream. Now, some people can do it at will. And some people can do something called astral projection. And that's something I'm still working on. I've done astral projection, but I can't do it at will. Just leave my body at will and experience things from an astral perspective. That's what astral projection is. So I could be in my astral body and walk around the physical world. I've done that before, but I can't control it yet. I'm still working on controlling it. So that's what that is. Now I want to share with you guys an experience I had with my spiritual mother. So about maybe 2012, I did a ritual to the goddess Venus because we were having a Venus transit. The Venus transit was happening. As the Venus transit happened, I wanted to really connect with Venus because I always felt connected to Venus, who's also Hathor. I did a ritual that night, fell asleep. As I fell asleep, I was being escorted in my dreams. I was awakened, and I noticed there were two glowing people on side of me. Couldn't really see their faces. They were escorting me to a planet. As I went to this planet, the planet was very beautiful, a lot of vegetation. The whole planet was set up like a garden. As that happened, basically what happened was, in the middle of the planet, there was an even more beautiful garden, and the trees and the flowers and everything was so beautiful. It's almost like they were alive. And as that happened, what happened was I saw the goddess Venus in all her glory. She was a purple being, very tall, very beautiful. And she told me that she was worshipped as the goddess Hathor. Well, my battery seems like it's about to die, so I'm trying to hurry up and say this. She told me that she was worshipped as the goddess Hathor, Hathor, and Venus, Aphrodite, all these people. She was worshipped as this entity. She didn't tell me her real true name, but I saw her in her glory. She was very beautiful, very tall. She was purple. I'll never forget that. And she was just in the middle of this garden. She was really tall. She was really beautiful. And she told me that she was my spiritual mother and that we were connected. And basically, I went back to Earth. I went back to Earth and I woke up from that experience. I was escorted back to Earth, excuse me. And I woke up from that experience. So I learned then at that moment that I had a really deep connection with the goddess Hathor, who's the goddess of love, joy, beauty, and many other things. She's associated with Venus, Aphrodite, many things, you know. And that energy even runs through my physical bloodline because Venus is also known as Hathor, but also known as the Virgin Mary, right? And Venus is associated with the metal copper. My mother's name is Penny. Penny is copper, right? My mother's also a Virgo. She's born in September. She's a Virgo. I ain't gonna tell all her business. Her mother's name is Esther or Easter, who's also Ishtar, who is an older version of Venus, another older version of Venus. So this all stuff correlates with me in so many ways. So I found out that the goddess Hathor, and I keep looking over here because I have a statue of her over here, but I found out the goddess Hathor was connected to me in many ways. And I just wanted to share that experience with you guys and get on here and give you guys some information on what lucid dreaming is. All right. So hopefully I was able to help you guys come to an understanding. Hopefully you guys do the research and try some of these techniques yourself. And until next time, peace.